everyone, and welcome back to Espe Rants. My name is Hope, where I talk about C-dramas, the K-dramas, and everything in between. And today we are going to be talking about the C-drama, The Glory. Now, we have hit the midpoint of The Glory. Yesterday was episode 15, today was episode 16. And I will be discussing how I am feeling about it so far. So yes, we have a lot to discuss. I will say that there will be spoilers if you have not caught up yet. So I would say hit the save button and come back once you are caught up so that you won't get any spoilers. But if you're okay with spoilers, stay down and stay. So when I say that, usually I would just do at the halfway mark, but I'm gonna go all the way to episode 16. As usual, you can find timestamps for what I'm talking about in the description box. So let's go ahead and get started. When I start my midpoint videos, I start with the characters and kind of like break down the things I like, the things I don't like as we've proceeded since the 4th episode. But here, I'm going to do it a little differently. I'm going to talk about the actual actors and their acting skills because that is affecting how I'm actually watching this C-drama. So I just want to go ahead and address it. I will say with our female lead, I am not the biggest fan of her acting style. I really am not. And I learned quickly on TikTok that she has warriors who have her back. Not a fan of her style of acting. I've seen her in several C-dramas, and nothing about her acting makes me want to watch her dramas. It just so happens that she's in dramas with people or actors that I do like, so I watch. That is the only reason why I have watched any of her dramas, okay? It's because it's not for her, it's for them. That is the same reason why I watched The Glory. It was for the male lead, not her. What I will say is that she does play certain roles better than other roles, but I never feel the emotion she's trying to convey. Like when she's crying, I just see water coming from her eyes, okay? I know she's supposed to be sad or she's supposed to be frustrated or however she's supposed to be feeling, but I don't feel it, okay? As an actor, when I first started taking acting classes, one of the things I first learned was how to cry on cue. It's not as difficult as you might think, and I know 10 actors probably can do it. I will say, I want to give credit where credit is due, that she is definitely having to pull more than her own weight in this C-drama because of the male lead. My gosh, I'm transitioning to him. I just can't believe his acting in this drama. I cannot believe it because I watched The Glory for him. But yet I am so confused. It has made me doubt myself. Like the fact that I'm sitting here like, what did I like about him? Because I know he did better than that and then what he's doing now. If anybody else has seen him in dramas, like, can y'all please, like, validate me, please? Because I am literally questioning myself at this point because I'm getting absolutely nothing from him. Child looked confused. I saw one scene where the camera wasn't focused on him, but he was still, like, in view. Like, we can still see him. And at one point, you see him, he literally looks like he was questioning whether he left his oven on or not. And then they focus back on the other two, and then they go back to him. He's like in focus and he looks intense. But you gotta stay in character the whole time, sir. I never know what emotion he's trying to give off, which makes it confusing for me to understand the character when I don't know what he's trying to give. Your face is not showing the expressions it needs to show. Let me calm down. So with those two, I'm struggling. He is very inconsistent. He has moments, but they are very inconsistent, and then she sometimes hits her moments and then sometimes she doesn't. But I'm gonna give her credit because she's getting nothing from him, so she's having to do more, and I know that's not easy. So I don't want to seem like as I'm being insensitive because she is really trying, and when you have a partner who's not giving you what you need, it just makes it 10 times harder for you. Yes, you stand out more, but also that can also bring you down as well. So I will give her that. Moving on to our mother. Do I really need to say that she's eating down with no crumbs left behind at this point? That woman could be giving other two a masterclass on how to act at this point. Every emotion I have felt, it has come from her scenes. And I saw someone comment and said she plays the same character in each role that she takes. Like it's the same, so there's nothing unique about what she's doing. I'm going to say this. I'd rather her play a role well, the same each time, and me feel emotions each time, than me be confused and not understand what emotion you are trying to give. Or me just watch water fall from your eyes. I'd rather that. So not too much in her, please. So that I want to get that out of the way because I do feel like that's playing a role in how I'm feeling about some of these characters. But let's go ahead and segue into the characters. Starting with the characters, we have the female lead. And in my first thoughts video, I discussed how I did like the female lead. 12 episodes later, that has changed. I wouldn't say I dislike her, but I'm consistently annoyed with her. Yeah. Her choices in her behavior and attitude just seems to conflict with the way she was brought up and raised and things that she has experienced. It doesn't match up. She comes off more book smart than street smart, if that makes sense. And today I was looking at one of my comments on TikTok, and someone said that in the novel she's 12 years old, but in this drama she's 17. And that makes sense. I can see a 12-year-old doing everything that she has done in this drama, and it makes sense. I'd be like, yeah, I expect a 12-year-old to do that. I expect a 13, 14, 15-year-old to do that. Once you hit 16, 17, 18, I'm expecting a different level of maturity, okay? I am. I find that her character is
condescending, entitled, selfish, stubborn, almost bratty at times. She doesn't truly show gratitude really, and she believes that 90% of the times why she was successful was because of herself.
Like, yeah, girl, you put some effort in, but you don't realize that people privately and publicly assisted you. And other times, it was like the people that were trying to get over on you showed their hands too soon, or something happened that things worked your way. But it wasn't because of your flawless planning. And also, she gets overly emotional and she messes up then as well. Like the time she almost came for her stepmom, or the time she decided to have a conversation in a public space with her mom, demanding she tell her the truth when her stepmom is right there. Like, girl, have some common sense. It's lacking. It's lacking greatly. But she walks around so entitled. I just want to tell her to be humble. Sit down. Like, please, listen. Listen. Because then she don't listen. And they want to go to the same people like, oh, I didn't listen, but can you help me? If you would have stopped and listened, you would be so better off. You wouldn't be so annoying. Like, this is all with the writing, but it's annoying to watch as it is coming to life on screen. I will say, and this is why I wanted to include episode 16, is because there's a moment she has with her half-sister, and she's confronting her and saying, like, the reasons why she didn't expose her. And her half-sister was like, hey, I know, like, the things I planned don't be making sense, and they stupid sometimes, but you are an arrogant. And I was just like, yep, she is. She talks to people like they're 3 years old. And one thing I cannot stand is when someone talks down to me. That will make me so mad. And she does that to a lot of people. She talks like she's better than them, that she knows more than them, when she just needs to, like, not do that. So I feel like with her character, I'm annoyed half the time. And yes, I do skip some of her scenes because I just don't care. Was I annoyed she was trying to stop her mom's plans? Yes, because if her mom wanted to go out the way she wanted to, let her go out the way she wanted to, because her mom had been through so much. But I also understand she didn't want to lose her mom, but I didn't want to watch it. I didn't want to play out. So she saved her mom, and now they're in a good place, and I'm happy that she has her mom and her mom has her, because honestly, they did need that healing moment. I can accept that even though she wasn't, like, listening to her mom and respecting her mom's decision, that it still worked out and her mom gets to possibly live a better life for her decision. I also would like to say that a lot of the stuff she's able to accomplish on her own does not make sense. Like, is it believable that she managed to find the person's body in time to save her family and drag it in? No, it's not. But pop off, princess, pop off. But anyways, moving on to our male lead. This is the problem I have with our male lead. I don't know how he's feeling. I don't know what he's feeling. I don't know what to take from him. Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you mad? Are you frustrated? You're giving me the same expression, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I want to care about his character, but he's giving me nothing to care about. This man coughed up blood. We don't know what is going on with that. The one incident of that, and then we moved on. Am I supposed to care? I don't know. Like, are you not gonna make it? Do you know you're not gonna make it? Do you need a wife to take care of your daughter? What is going on? I don't think he's being fleshed out. His character is being fleshed out well. I think they're missing things, and we're not getting his story told well, which is leaving a lot of holes. I just think they could have done better, and I think his acting could be better. I want more from him, and I'm not getting it. So I don't really know how to feel about his character because I'm getting nothing, and it's quite tragic. The chemistry between them two is I don't care about that either, honestly. It's like, I feel like the Glory editors are doing a better job showing their chemistry than the actors at this point. It's like, okay, if you get together, great, good for you all, happy, sure. Now let's talk about Mother. The character shows so many different sides of herself in this drama. Meet her in the first episode. She comes out very strong, but that monologue, and I talked about this on TikTok, that monologue that she gives, there's so much said in it. If you just listen to the words of what she's saying and her expressions, there wasn't just frustration and anger and her demanding things. There was hurt. There was, like, desperation in those words, in her expression. And so I just feel like people overlooked that and were like, oh, she's psychotic. No, that woman's been through hell and back. Like, she's been through a lot. Yes, her daughter's been through things, but she has been through a lot. And I love that as we've gotten up to episode 16, we've seen her character develop more, open up more. We've seen her be vulnerable, like with her legs and just how she's dealt with that. We've seen her kind of like, you know, be petty. Oh, she could be petty, and I was living for her petty side. We just see like so many different sides of her that I love. Like I have been engaged in her story since the beginning. I wanted to know what she went through in that household, what happened afterwards to get her to that point. I want to know how she's gonna have this happy ending, because let me tell y'all, if her daughter ruined her plans only for her not to get a happy ending, we gonna have a problem. She better have a happy ending. That's all I gotta say. She went through so much, and it explains how she acts. A woman whose family was taken away by the man she's married to. She cannot marry the man she loves. She's in a house with wolves. She finally is pregnant with a child. That child is taken away. She is punished and unable to walk afterwards, and she still has to live in that house with those wolves. She plans to end it all, basically. She was like, I will go down with this ship. And her daughter pops up, making these difficult because she doesn't want her daughter to get entangled in any of this. And she's not the perfect mom, but she's just trying to do what she knows what's best to do because of how she's been. She's definitely a fighter, and she's been through a lot. And I just love seeing her kind of like open up and seeing more like the softer side of her. I also want to say this. I've seen people say they didn't like her character, or they felt like she was like toxic or mean or psychotic. But here's my thing. Y'all would love a red flag that can't keep his hands off a female lead and be like, oh, he's just morally gray. But then we have her who scratched the surface and it's like, oh my gosh, she's the worst. Make it make sense how y'all can have that double standard. This says a lot about you. Anyways, I truly love her character. I'm gonna say she's carrying the glory on her back, and everybody else is like side characters. She should have had the title lead in this role. I'm just saying. I'm here for her story, and everyone else is just helping her story proceed. They're helping her story along. My overall thoughts for The Glory is that I think The Glory is good so far, but the only reason why I'm thinking it's good is because of the mother. I will say that I'm glad it's 30 episodes. I see people saying they wish it was longer. It's just fine being 30 episodes. I will say yes, some things need to be fleshed out better, and they could take that time to flesh them out and take certain things out. I do feel like certain things weren't needed. Certain scenes weren't needed. That didn't add to the storyline moving forward. They could have fleshed out the Melly better. That hasn't happened yet. Maybe second half we'll see that happen. When I make these reviews, I would like to say I am reacting to what is happening in real time. I understand characters do mature and they develop. I will address that when we get to that point. I will do a final review, and if I say I didn't like the female first half, second half I loved her, that can happen. It's not a final like this is it, nothing can change. I'm always open to the change. Do I foresee that happening? No. I would say in my first last video I talked about cinematography, and I said it was just good, you know, it did what it needs to do. But I will say, as this C-drama has proceeded, I am in love with some of the shots that they are taking. They are so beautiful. And I'm just like, oh, that's a beautiful moment. Cinematography, it has gotten better as the episodes have continued. And I love that. Outside of that, this is just where I'm at with The Glory. We shall see how it ends. I probably will complete it. I know I've been struggling with C-dramas, but this one I feel like I will make it to the finish line. Unless they take that mom out before like the end, then I might just drop it because I'd be so mad. Like, I won't care. Like, what am I there for? Anyways, how are you feeling about The Glory? Do you agree with me with the male lead, his acting? I mean, I'm not even going to ask you about the female lead because I feel like most of y'all are team her. But at least with the male lead, are we in agreement with that, or am I like off? Because I feel like we might be on the same page. Outside of that, if you're watching it, let's discuss in a comment if you've dropped it, because people have dropped it. Tell me why you dropped it, and let's chat it up. Go ahead and press the like button if you do think the mother is carrying the show. Also, you can press it if you just like this video. Feel free to subscribe and hit the notification button for new videos, and I will see you all this weekend.